Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $50 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God. I'm already pissed getting into this message. I'm extremely pissed getting into this message because it's channeling the same Jezebel spirit. This woman here that has a butt up her ass so far, she can't see her own insanity, has gone her to the darkest place. There's someone that has been after your life spiritually for a very long time. This person, they might as well have hired an assassin, because how they were hunting you down, wanting you completely dead, is gruesome. We have the Knight of Cups reversed to the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Literally, this is just a delusional hoe who thought that she had power because she does witchcraft. So that witchcraft got so far up her ass, it has her thinking in ways that have shattered her sanity. It's like this woman's thought pattern is so out of alignment. She needs to be locked up in a psych ward or have serious psych evaluations done. This false illusion of power that people attach themselves to because they tap into the darkness is really sickening. How are you powerful because you're going to someone just like you're a human being for what God can do? You want someone to move in ways only God can. And when God takes your God and makes your God his bitch, you'll be a bitch too. This delusional asshole got serious mental health issues, to say the least. I'm smelling cigarette, weed, pills, and alcohol. She does all of that excessively with ultimate abundance. That's her only form of abundance. This woman has no power to manifest, hence she was after your life for so long. She already knows she's fated. She knows she's fated for nothing. Whose fault is it that you went digging at your supposed fate and destiny, found out you are nothing spiritually, and because someone has spiritual riches, you want to steal and be a thief? Why were you in that person's business? You could have asked your ancestors, why is that your path, instead of going into another person's path and try to steal? Why didn't you confront your ancestors who made you nothing? They made you nothing. What happened in your bloodline that was so impure, it cursed all of you to be nothing. And you worried about taking another person's destiny that is nothing like you, ho? psych evaluations. And oh, you thought you won. Psych. Ho. Psycho. It's like this woman has been literally watching you, wanting to see when you're going to pass on. This evil is an ancient evil. This level of evil within this woman, her mind, her heart, her spirit, is possessed by an ancient evil. Ancient. Ain't shit as well. Watching you with the results of nothingness, and into the abyss of her substance abuse she goes. When she doesn't see you lose your mind, lose yourself, lose your this, lose your that, because you standing is a result of a backfire. This woman thinks that the reason you are where you are is because something didn't work on you. It was never meant to begin with. You were always meant to be the one to serve this woman her karma in this way. This is the same bitch that want to be you and be like you and live your life and wear your skin if she could, ho. Or you would wear her. This bitch would sniff your panties, divine feminine. This bitch is weird, divine feminine. This a karmic ass Jezebel spirited hoe who has lack of morals, integrity, discipline. She has no dignity. This woman, people treat her like nothing because she is nothing. That's the thing. It's not me saying it, it's who she is. And she makes that everyone else's problem. She hates you the way she does because she knows you are bound to a blissful destiny and fate. And she's bound to a hell destiny and fate. Why was she targeting your life to begin with? She cursed herself by finding out your fate and trying to take it from you. When she could have spoke to her ancestors and asked what was done in the bloodline that put her there. Now she's worried, to say the least. Nah, that bitch is frantic. She can't even eat. She can't think straight. All she's thinking about is your death that will never happen, ho. You're going to live long, divine feminine. You're going to live so long. This memory of life that you are currently in right now, you're going to reflect on it and be like, damn, I remember prophetic vessels saying, I'm going to live long. This bitch, she acting her best. Like, she's trying to put on the best show she can. She's trying to be the best version of herself that she can. To fool people. Like, that's the thing. This bitch concerned about people right now. When you're cursed, hoe, when your bloodline has no power, meaning you can't produce anything on earth that is of fruitfulness, broke, hoe. You spiritually broke, hoe. Because that's the only currency that matters here. That's the currency that gets you to the physical currency of things. Your spiritual currency has to be high if you want to retrieve physical currency that is high as well. That's why there are people with spiritual riches. And there are those that don't have spiritual riches. Not because God is unfair, but because your own people did that to your family. You choose if you want to be the curse or change it. Break the curse. She's in it. This woman, she has an ancestor that was a floozy drunk and a prostitute. Imagine having such a low vibrational spiritual rank that's the only type of ancestor that will walk with you. All the others, they are repulsed by your presence. Your name in the spirit realm embarrasses them. It shames them. Damn bitch. Damn hoe. And like I said here, women like this have life very twisted. They get mad at the wrong things because they have life very twisted. And when they get mad, they react based on their twisted knowing. This woman, when she found out your destiny, because she went digging, and she dug a hole for herself. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Oh, you dumb. Like, you are dumb. Ace of Wands. She was like, I never am going to tell anyone this. People are just gonna see me pop out and be this person that now has all this physical material harvest of abundance, all this money. This bitch don't even know what abundance physical thing is. They were thinking about money and how the shoes gonna fit when they get them. Sorry, my verbiage has you thinking this bitch is smart. No, I read her energy in a smart way, but she's a dumb bitch. Don't get it twisted. She's like, oh my God, that restaurant I want to go to, this bitch got so many screenshots of experiences she wants to live. And your life was her way there. Yeah. That's wild. Like, you really tried it. You want to telepathically get to where you need to be. Like, secretly live off another person's energy. This bitch was going to let you be the one that has nothing and have everything when she knows she stole it from you. Your spiritual covering is going to embarrass this hoe and bring shame to her more than what already exists. This hoe is going to be nothing but dirt on your shoes. This bitch is psycho though. This hoe need help. Yeah, she has life very twisted. Like, something is not right about her. Like, something is not right about this woman here. And it's a truth that everyone around her already knows. It's just that now it's nothing that can be looked at in a way of, it'll get better. People are very concerned about this woman because they see that something that's wrong with her can no longer be ignored. It's not me saying she needs to go to the side. It's not about this bitch need this shit. I'm reading her energy. She needs help. Everybody around her is trying to avoid her though. That's the thing about being dark. And you think you're powerful because you dark. I'm wearing black people are gonna fear me to even talk to me. This bitch think that low. She got a low IQ. Like I said, she's a dumb bitch. So with that being said, this hoe is like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Imagine I'm living the dream. This is her looking at herself in the mirror, living in her head. She wore this last week. I hope it looks better on you. And she cry. She can spend 2 hours in that same spot crying about the fact that you look better in something that she wants to wear as well. Low IQ bitch energy. Now, she can't close her eyes to her own doom now, can she? She can't steal someone else's life again and run away from her own doom. If she could, if this bitch could literally not be her and be someone else, not now because like, she wants to be you. Of course, that has always been the reality. She's always wanted to be you. But in this instance, she's so much in trouble because of the doom that's pending in her reality. She wishes that she wasn't who she is. And that is just a reflection of the truth that's always existed. She never wanted to be herself. This bitch doesn't realize how psychologically damaging that is. She's always never wanted to be herself. She has no identity. She's faceless. She has no clue who she is. She has no clue who she is. She has no clue who she is. This is someone that needs to go get checked out, or someone around her who maybe cares, can cater to her, because no one wants to be around this person. Everybody, when they get around this person, or when they see this person, they get this overbearing, like they get overwhelmed, like it's like I don't want, and not in a way of like it's like it's just, this bitch is overbearing, man. It's time you look at your life, ho. Dollar. It's time you look at your life. This bitch got everybody thinking you're a specific type of person because she wants everybody to not look at her as a copycat. You are a copycat, dumb bitch. Everybody didn't know that you were who you were. She wanted you in the shadows because your existence proves that she's a copycat. And now everybody can see. Everything is out in the air. Everything is exposed. Everybody sees her for who she is. You're just bitter, ho. You need to heal. And you can't put your unhealed self on everybody, because everybody has their own things to deal with too. Stop running away from yourself, you dumb bitch. This woman here, life, it keeps catching up to this. Oh, she keeps trying to run. You can't run from yourself. Your life, as you know it, is going to fall apart, ho. It's like, beloved, it's not just her wanting to be you. It's what she did. It's like this woman acted upon this desire to be you in such an irrational manner because she always was out of touch with reality. She never was in alignment or in balance with herself at all. All she cared about was clout, money, the looks. Is it giving? Am I relevant? Do they see me? That's the least of your problems, ho. I said go check your cursed bloodline out. Go check your mind. Go check at the gyno, ho, because that shit stink. And it's not a normal stench, ho. You know what you be putting in there. You little sex magic hoe. She's lived like this for too long. She came across you for a reason. You need to put her in her place. This witchcraft got her up her ass. It's crunchy in there too. It's real crunchy in there. This woman don't want to do nothing. Because she feels like everything she does will never amount to what you do. That's the thing here. Do you already see what has happened to this woman? She has already linked herself to a doom. This woman's life is based on comparing it to you, and there is no comparison, hence I mean, there's a clear difference, right? I mean, how could you compare? That's the thing that makes this whole delusional. It's clear, ho, that you're not me and you'll never be me. You just want everybody to jump into your delusions and be in that same state of being as well, because that's where your comfort zone is at. The things this woman has said about you, the things she's done, staying puss her. Stay pussy her. Life is gonna get tragic for her. Oh, life is gonna get so tragic. She's gonna reap what she's sown. She's the type of bitch that everybody gets her wrath. She gets cheeky with everybody in such a way that she speaks insults in people's hearts and minds. Her intentions are never genuine. She doesn't mean what she says. She says what you want her to say to fool you. She's not a good person. Everyone knows that. So why does she think that she can ever amount to anything in life? Because you are who you are because of people. And if people already see that you are not worth anything, because you already have proven yourself to be that way by being a bad person every single day of your life to every single person, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? You're going to try to plant a seed in the world, and that very same person you shitted on is the person you're going to meet. I'm the one that can heal your sick mind. But bitch, you'll die sick. You'll die sick, ho. People like this fuck themselves over. It's like you have such a genuine person in your life and you fuck them over like that. You'll never attract a person like that ever again. You'll attract people that are exactly like you. You remember that person though, that good person that tried to tap you out of a bad portal and into a good one. Tap you out of being a bad person and into a good person. You still stuck to the darkness because witchcraft is where you're at, right, bitch? Divine Feminine, your future is very bright. She knows that. It's killing her that she knows that. The big lesson is, oh, you should have minded your business. You should have stopped yourself and be like, man, let me know my place. But the thing is, you think you're something you're not. How are you trying to be me? And then you're trying to defeat me. Like you're trying to defeat me. Like I'm trying to gather that in my head a little bit. Is that where we are in the world where people are that out of touch with themselves? You think you can come for me, dirty bitch? Oh my God. Whoever fucked you and made you feel like you have such power because you're a sex hoe, right? You're a freak hoe, right? You throw it back, right? Tell them that they cursed you. And look at those substances and think, I'm fucking my life up as I'm doing this. And keep doing it, ho, because you know that's what you're bound to anyway. You have no strength and spiritual stamina to get out of your hell. You bound, ho. One day we'll meet and everyone's gonna see who you are, because you know I'm the only one that can bring it out. I'm linked to everyone's perception of you. I can make your life and break it, ho. And you know that. Queen of Cups energy. This woman here had an opportunity to be a good person and she lost it. All she was worried about was your spiritual inheritance, who you were. This bitch was out here literally buying the exact same clothes you were buying, just never having the guts to wear it because of how it looked on you. Like I said, there's a collection of clothes here that this woman has linked to outfits you've worn. And because you wore it better and everyone knows it, she doesn't wear it. Like, you literally out of your mind, ho. You are that faceless that you don't even know who you are without my swag. You might as well go to the ER, ho. You dumb bitch. Freak ho, right? Throw it in a circle, right? As he ejaculates, I am cursed. Energy. Why is your bloodline like that? Like I said, you woke with a floozy, drunkard, prostitute ancestor. She lived like that. Oh, she lived like you. Hence, she is working with you. If you had integrity, if this woman, beloved, had integrity, morals, dignity, ethics, tradition, if she knew herself, simply put, she wouldn't care about you and her life would still mean something. You weave a web so deep into a fuck up that you're just bound to be fucked up for the rest of your life. This woman's mind, it's like it's shattered. It's like this woman cannot think straight, and it's not on some like I feel like this and I just can't think straight. No, it's like her frequency of thoughts is in a vibration and a wavelength of constant psychosis. It's like this woman is constantly losing her mind, and it's getting worse every single day. Like I said, this is the same bitch that's going to be 10 years into a psych hospital. No one's going to want to let her out after they see this insanity. Something's going to happen to this woman here. This witchcraft she's been playing with, witchcraft makes you crazy. It makes you think you're something that you're not. I think we've already established that. And it needs to literally, like this woman, the same witchcraft is the same thing that's going to take her out. She be worried about the wrong thing. She wants a man to love her. She wants a relationship. Who are you? If this man comes into your life, what you're going to do is you're going to be on your phone looking at divine feminine and how she acts and who she is and how she talks and her mannerisms, and try to clone your identity to fit that so you can have a man. Because you see divine feminine as the empress, the ultimate woman, mother of all queens. The same woman you supposedly hate, she be claiming she hates you, you this, you that, you this, you like, oh, okay. We have the moon. This can't be hidden anymore. This insanity, it has to come out. It has to come out. It has to. Like, you hear what I'm saying? It has to. There's no other way to it. It can't remain within. It has to come out. Meaning these substances will no longer be able to help this woman keep it together mentally. These substances are not going to be able to help her do that. These people, they're not going to be able to help her out of her insanity either, because she put herself in it. She is so far deep into an illusion, it has controlled her entire identity. And she invested into a life of hell. Everything she was doing against you worked against her. She dug her own grave. And she'll forever be unhealed. You'll die unhealed and bitter, because that's what you chose. This woman was constantly given a choice, a decision to stop coming for you. She attacked someone spiritually who didn't do anything to her. It already proves her insanity. What also proves her insanity is her watching lesbian porn and picturing you and her scissoring. After she went and dug jars of her piss in the ground in hopes to harvest your energy. Divine feminine, we have double empress energy. Double empress energy. Double empress, you're an empress, you're an empress. You're divine. You're a divine woman, a phenomenal woman, a woman of God, a woman of honor. You deserve a badge of integrity, discipline, and you're loved by God. And hence, you're going to shine above the one who thought she could destroy your life. You're going to mother the baby. There's something about you that even other people around her fear. They will never be dumb enough like her. She literally thought if she could get you, you're her biggest fish. If she could, this witchcraft could work on you, her whole life would be straight. That's what she thought. Don't forget, it's linked to destiny and fate. If she could swap and her opportunities are linked to your inheritance, doors opening, All these things that her illusionary self conjured up. Now, those are the very same things that will haunt her forever. Those actions she took based on those thoughts and emotions. Forever. She'll always have flashbacks of her digging things in the dirt and burying things in the graveyard and with jars and tying this and this voodoo doll and, chanting and going underwater, praying to the fake deities and gods and idols. It'll haunt her forever. When she sees you, hears of you, and every second of the day, because she tied herself to you like that. This woman will think about you every single day of her life. She'll feel emotions towards you every single day of her life. You want to be me, ho? Well, feel this return to sender. Take that whiplash. Someone's life is nothing to play with just because you feel like you have supposed authority, control, and power. Leave people alone. You are not their God. If you have no good intentions about someone, leave them alone. You don't need to say this and do this towards them. For what? You'll pay for it, ho. You didn't do nothing to this woman. This is what's crazy about this. Women like this really need help. There's so many of women like this. You'd be, oh my. Beloved, you always be showered with blessings and favor because you are anointed. It's your destiny and fate. You've cleansed your bloodline. You've broken your generational curses. This hoe is living in them. And it's your problem because she's cursed. That's weird to think that way, isn't it? That's weird, right? It's psycho. This hoe needs help. Let's tap in further to the message, all right? It's like this woman is so afraid. She lives in constant fear. Like, this is the level of fear that your whole body shivers. Bolts travel through your body like electricity. And you just, like, this woman lives a very frantic reality. She's always in the state of being of fear. And it worsens every day. Like, this delusion gets worse every day. And if this woman doesn't really choose herself, she's going to spiral so far out of control, she's going to get locked up in a psych ward. That's what's going to happen here. This woman has no clue that she's literally on her way to something she will never be able to come back from. She still thinks there's some way to figure this out. There's no way to undo what has been done. They're just telling her that it's possible. She's just she's being falsely led by someone here with the Seven of Swords. There's someone telling this woman here, there's a false high priestess that made this woman believe that this was possible, this destiny swap, this fate swap. And now that very same false high priestess is telling this woman that there's nothing that can be done, but there's other ways that we can try to intercept so that, like, we can trigger something to happen. And then like you see what I'm saying? This woman, this false high priestess is cooking this karmic Jezebel spirit, telling her all the goods, telling her everything that she wants to hear. That's the problem. While she already knows, as the false high priestess, that this karmic Jezebel is doomed. She already knows that this karmic Jezebel is fated to mind loss, because that is the backfire of what she tried to do. That's the disclaimer that she got from this false high priestess. She was told, if this doesn't work on her, it will work on you. She was told that if this energy is sent to you and it doesn't hit your life, it won't return to her in a good way. It will return to her and it will result in mind loss. And she took that sacrifice. Now she has to live it. Knight of Wands. And all that dick hoe that has you so up your ass that you think you're someone you're not. Like I said, go tell that nigga that came on you and you think that's like you this powerful pussy woman. Go tell him he cursed you or her with your kinky self, right? With your little fetishes. Do what you do, to each his own, but you'll pay, ho. You'll pay for being a wicked, evil person to someone who didn't do anything to you. You'll pay for being an evil, wicked person in general. There's nothing that can be done to help you. I'll never help you. Beloved, divine feminine, this stank hoe. Everybody gonna smell your insanity from afar. When now people not just trying to avoid you, they actively tell you to leave them alone. The very same people you did all of this for, because you wanted my life to post pictures on social media for the validation from the people who are going to literally look at you as a crazy, delusional hoe who thought she was something she's not because of fucking witchcraft. She can't take it. Every day that she lives, her heart just literally shatters more and more. The thought of you living your life has this woman in a very, like, she's dying actively every day. Like, the thought of you living your life, she literally be like, why doesn't she post? Like, why doesn't she go and live? Why doesn't she go there? Because she envisions herself living your life and what she would do if she was in your shoes. Keep envisioning, ho. Stay in your head. You're bound to your mind loss anyway. So make it pretty in there because that's where you always be. You'll die in there, ho. I don't know who the fuck I am. Andre Lamassine. For tech. For tech. This be the hoe you need to cuss out. This be the spirit you need to tell how filthy it is and it must get away from you in the mighty name of Jesus. This Jezebel hoe. Jezebel has possessed this hoe because this hoe is Jezebel too. You possessed. She is that. That's what she chose. Hence, Jezebel can have access to you like that, ho. There's active spirits that attach themselves to everyone. I'm in the Holy Spirit. Ho, I don't know what you got going on. Or actually, I do. Her everyday life it will reek of doom and suffering. It will reek of doom and suffering. It will reek. Meaning, even a person from afar who you need help from, now you want a job, or now you want an opportunity, now you want a certain experience, they won't see you worthy of it. You have doors shut in your face, ho, since you want to be a dark bitch, right? Darky, right? Or I'm this dark feminine. I'm this dark femme fatale. I do this, I sabotage, I destroy, I steal. Good. You chose that, right? Actively while given chances by God over and over again to be a good person. Now, when your judgment comes as it is now, don't question your hellhole. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. More of this delusion coming out. This woman's mind has never been okay since she was 14 years old. This woman, since she was 14 years old, she has never been okay. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because that is when she dabbled in witchcraft. Imagine at 14 years old, dabbling and dabbling in witchcraft. 14. Her whole life simply put. Understand why this woman is going to end up in a psych ward somewhere, because her whole life revolves around this. Of course, it will make you snap. Imagine someone saying something so blasphemous about God, and then you think you're not going to be cursed. This woman curses herself every time because she speaks ill on God and ill on good people, not just you. She's a bad person who only cares about herself. She thinks being fucked up is okay because she's hurt. Heal, ho. Maybe you'll figure it out. Oh, that's the thing you'll never do, because you know you have to go back to the 14-year-old self who thought she could do this. You're afraid of your inner child. This woman wants to twist it and say it was your fault. You are this, you are that. She wants to put it on you. This woman been on this. It has caught up to her. Like I said, there are people God will send in people's lives to activate their karmic debt. She's been in karmic debt. She needs to pay. You have so many things you've done to people with witchcraft, ho. All those souls that you stole, thinking that you are some fucking whatever. When life comes and hits, you better say, I deserve that. Oh, I deserve that. Think about all the people who you've hurt with witchcraft, whose lives you've harmed, whose minds you've affected, whose emotions you've played with. Think about the darkness you left on earth as it runs to its mama, because you created that darkness by being who you are. You are darkness, you are cursed, you are Jezebel. And this divine feminine is going to keep being a divine feminine. You will never be divine feminine. You will never be a divine one. You reek of karmic hell, ho. Go check that pussy out. All right, beloved. Stay true to yourself, all right? Divine feminine. I'm being called to end this message here. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the divine. I'm grateful for your time, and I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon. If you'd rather join my Patreon instead, you can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.